Hello everyone, I'm Shreyash and I'm here to discuss your legal reasoning practice sheet. Let's begin with the passage. This passage is talking about cheating, which is a punishable offense. Let's begin. According to the IPC, section 420 states that whoever cheats and thereby dishonestly induces the person deceived to deliver any property to any person or to make, alter, or destroy the whole or any part of a valuable security or anything which is signed or sealed and which is capable of being converted into a valuable security shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. तो चीटिंग का मतलब यही है कि किसी ने किसी को डिसऑनेस्टली इंड्यूस किया. So this term is very important. You must all remember this. Furthermore, making a false representation is one of the essential ingredients to institute the offense of cheating under section 420. False representation. In order to bring a case for the offense of cheating, it is not merely satisfactory to prove that a false representation had been made, but it is further necessary to prove that the representation was false to the knowledge of the accused and was made in order to deceive the complainant. यानी कि अगर किसी ने इस इंटेंशन के साथ फॉल्स रिप्रेजेंटेशन दिया है कि सामने वाला चीट हो जाए, सामने वाले से मुझे कुछ डिसऑनेस्ट बेनिफिट मिल जाए, तभी वो चीटिंग है. The passage further states that section 415 of the IPC states, whoever by deceiving any person fraudulently or dishonestly induces the person so deceived to deliver any property to any person or to consent that any person shall retain any property or intentionally induces the person so deceived to do or omit to do anything which he would not do or omit if he were not so deceived, and which act or omission causes or is likely to cause damage or harm to that person in body, mind, reputation, or property, is said to cheat. Yani 420 is talking about punishment for cheating, and 415 is defining what cheating actually means. So you have before looking at the questions, you have to pay attention to certain keywords like dishonest inducement or false representation and knowledge of the accused, in order to deceive, intention to deceive, dishonest inducement again, and which the person would not do or omit if he were not so deceived. यानी अगर आप कोई ऐसा काम कर रहे हैं जो कि आप अदरवाइज नहीं करेंगे, इंड्यूसमेंट हुआ इसलिए आपने वो काम किया, तब होगा चीटिंग. So these are the keywords which you must pay attention to. Let's look at question 1. Amit had the bones of an extremely huge mammal in his possession. An archaeologist friend visiting him mentioned in passing that the bones could belong to an extinct dinosaur and thus could be extremely valuable, knowing that they were absolutely devoid of any value. Is the friend liable for cheating? Now, cheating के बारे में क्या कहा गया है? Cheating के बारे में ये कहा गया है कि someone makes a false representation and dishonestly induces the other to deliver any property or do anything which is causing loss to him. So, इस केस में क्या हुआ? इस केस में ऑब्वियसली एक फॉल्स रिप्रेजेंटेशन तो बनाया ही गया कि द बोन्स आर एक्सट्रीमली वैल्यूएबल व्हेन इन फैक्ट दे वर नॉट वैल्यूएबल. बट इस क्या चीटिंग का दूसरा इंग्रेडिएंट फुलफिल होता है यहाँ? यानी किसी को इंड्यूस किया गया कि उस प्रॉपर्टी को किसी और को डिलीवर करे, वो नहीं किया गया. सो इट्स आंसर वुड बी नो, बिकॉज द सेकेंड इंग्रेडिएंट ऑफ चीटिंग हैज नॉट बीन फुलफिल्ड. देयर हैज बीन नो डिलीवरी ऑफ एनी प्रॉपर्टी. Question 2. Namit had the bones of an extremely huge mammal. An archaeologist friend visiting him mentioned in passing that the bones could belong to an extinct dinosaur and thus could be extremely valuable. Following this advice, Namit ensured that the bones are not thrown out. However, the friend realized only after a few days that the statement made by him was false. Is the friend liable for cheating? Again, no, क्योंकि इसमें भी second ingredient fulfill नहीं होता है. See, lying by itself is not cheating. Cheating के लिए कुछ ingredients है, जैसे dishonest inducement, और dishonest inducement की वजह से किसी को कोई प्रॉपर्टी डिलीवर करना. तो यहाँ पे ठीक है, झूठ बोला गया, पर यहाँ पे कोई प्रॉपर्टी की डिलीवरी तो हुई नहीं, तो दिस इज नॉट चीटिंग. सो द आंसर वुड बी बी. Question 3. Raj is a shopkeeper selling electronics like TV and washing machines. One day he was visited by Rudolph, who claims to be an income tax officer. Rudolph does so with the intention of benefiting from any favor that Raj may make due to his position. Raj is extra cautious while selling him stuff so that he keeps Rudolph happy and upon bargaining readily gives him a special discount which was nothing different from what he had given to quite a few of his customers. Turns out Rudolph was not an IT officer. Let's look at the options. The options are A. Rudolph has cheated Raj as he misrepresented himself to be an officer. B. Rudolph has cheated Raj as he was given a special discount due to his pretended position. C. Rudolph has not cheated Raj as the latter did not give any extra discount. Or D. Both A and B. Now, इस केस में क्या हुआ? Rudolph has made a false representation that he is an income tax officer. And by making such false representation, he has taken a discount from Raj. So would it be okay to assume कि अगर राज को पता होता कि ये रूडोल्फ जो है he is not an income tax officer, maybe Raj would not have given him such a discount. या फिर राज ने जो डिस्काउंट उसको दिया वो इसी वजह से दिया, इस इंड्यूसमेंट में दिया कि ही इज़ एन इनकम टैक्स ऑफिसर. ऑब्वियसली अगर रूडोल्फ ने वो इंप्रेशन ना क्रिएट किया होता तो डिसऑनेस्ट इंड्यूसमेंट भी ना होता और उसको वो डिस्काउंट भी नहीं मिलता. तो ऑब्वियसली दिस इज अ क्लियर केस ऑफ चीटिंग बिकॉज ऑल द इंग्रेडिएंट्स आर बीइंग फुलफिल्ड. So option A states that Rudolph has cheated Raj as he misrepresented himself to be an officer. Yes. Rudolph has cheated Raj as he was given a special discount due to his pretended position. Yes. So the answer would be D. Both A and B. A is the first ingredient, B is the second ingredient of cheating. Now, question 4. Ramit is a shopkeeper selling electronics like TV and washing machines. One day he is visited by Rudolph, who Ramit assumes to be an income tax officer. Ramit is extra cautious while selling him stuff and upon bargaining gives him a special discount due to his post. Rudolph is actually a manager. A. Rudolph has cheated Ramit as he misrepresented himself to be an officer. Rudolph has cheated Ramit as he was given a special discount. Rudolph has not cheated Ramit, or both A and B. Here we have to see that the shopkeeper Ramit has assumed Rudolph to be an income tax officer. Does it mean that Rudolph made a dishonest inducement or made a false representation? No. He was a manager. He did not say that I am an income tax officer. He did nothing to give the impression that he is an income tax officer. So he cannot be said to have made a false representation. Rudolph has cheated Ramit as he misrepresented himself to be an officer. No. Rudolph has cheated Ramit as he was given a special discount. Just because he was given a special discount, does it mean that he has fulfilled all the ingredients of cheating? No. So the clear answer is Rudolph has not cheated Ramit. Now question 5. Prem sold a piece of land to Krati claiming that he had title to it, even though he had no title to it, but believing that he shall get the title by the time the deal goes through. A. Prem has not cheated as he believed he would get the title. Prem has cheated since he represented that he had the title. Prem would have cheated only if he does not get the title. Yeah, both A and C. Now in this case, it can be said that there was a false representation, right? Because Prem did not have the title to the land, but he said that he had the title. Uska intention jo bhi raha ho. So there is definitely a false representation. And is there a benefit that has been derived out of that false representation? Yes, he got the deal. The deal has gone through. So there is definitely cheating. All the ingredients of cheating are fulfilled. So the correct answer is B. Prem has cheated since he represented that he had the title. All right. I'll be back next time with some new questions and a new passage. Thank you.